Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3 with, not sure what episode we're up to now, an episode of Superliga. And this is the teams we've got for this episode. We're only going to be playing the first 3 teams in this month. December is normally a crazy one. We start off away at Santos, then we've got a home game against Borussia Dortmund, and then we go away to the glorious Etihad for a Manchester City tie. The rest of the games, though, which will be coming in the next episode, are PSG, Malaga, Juventus, once again, and Lyon. But it's a pretty tough month. We found it hard to go to Brazil last time. Dortmund are a pretty good team. They've got Pato and stuff. But this is the Santos team. Still got Neymar. Haven't really made too many improvements, and our team, once again, Gavinho is going to be the main focal point. And we also gave Remy a start, and Remy starts off brilliant here, goes for a shot, it bounces out, and Gavinho scores once again a very, very lucky goal. Pretty much the first action of the match is a Gavinho goal, a nice goal to get, and a great start, especially in pretty hostile territory in Brazil. Gavinho finds a bit of space down the left wing, but gets nothing out of it. No one was in the middle. Borges kind of wins something there, but Szczesny does well to catch it. Neymar finds a bit of space, some good dribbling, but some poor defending. And it's shot a Danilo, I think that was, shoots wise. But Gavinho finds a bit of space, goes for the long shot, and it's a great save there from the keeper. At half time it was 1-0 to us. We were pretty much the better team there. Santos didn't have too many chances, but in the second half they almost scored. It was a great close save there from Szczesny, and early on in the second half, Van Persie found a bit of space but shoots wide. And Van Persie, in the very last minute of the game, goes with a bit of a skill, but it's well saved, and we win 1-0. It was a very lacklustre game in all honesty, but it's a hard place to go, and it's a great win. And now we come up against Dortmund. As you can see, Alexander Pato and Gurkov are the centrepieces. I think Gutsi went to Manchester United. But it's a home game, and as of late we haven't been too great at home against teams such as Inter Milan. And we don't start brilliantly here. Pato goes on a strong run down the right, but no one's in the middle for him. And Gurkov goes on a nice run, finds Perisic, and Perisic scores against us. Scored against us in the Champions League with that wonderful volley, and he scores against us here with a volley. But we didn't just capitulate as we sometimes do. We go down the right, win a free kick, and Gavinho whips in a nice ball, and it finds Remy at the back post, who just smashes it over. Not a great first time volley, but kind of showing some resistance. And then straight from the goal kick, a retarded bit of play there, which involves Subotic falling on his arse, and Gavinho gets lucky twice in one chance and scores yet another goal. He's been by far the best player for us. Scored so many goals, and he scores another one there with a lovely right foot finish. And a pretty close midfield battle that was the first half, ends 1-1. But they bring on Jacob Blaskowski, I think they say certain, no idea. And then they take a nice, lovely corner, and Subotic is such a danger on Ultimate Team and in Manager Mode. From corners, he scored so many headers on my Ultimate Team. He scores a lovely one there to give them the 2-1 lead, but we go straight from that. Gavinho, people are asking for us to play across goal a bit more, and we do, and Remy scores a nice goal. I think it's only his second goal for us, not great, but he won't score an easier one. And it's nice, we get straight back. Once again, we could have just stepped back, but then, once again, they go down. Pato, with his amazing dribbling skills, beats us all and then smashes it past, low and hard, past Szczesny. And we go 3-2 down. Gavinho finds a bit of space but can't quite find the finesse. And then the 85th minute, some beautiful play from Gavinho and Van Persie smashes it with his left foot past evading failure and scores an absolutely glorious goal to rescue a point. A great point as well. Normally we've had quite a few games like that where we've just lost it, but we do find the draw out of nowhere, and it's a 3-3 draw, a great point to get. But then we go to the Etihad, Sunday, December 18th. I think that was the actual day we played this year, and we lost 1-0. Quite cool that fixture's still there. Man City have got an amazing team, as one would expect, and Tevez starts off really well. Szczesny makes a great save. But then on the counter, Man City pretty much had so much possession. Van Persie sells Anua, cuts back looking for a chance, and then Anua's just going to trip him up, and we get a penalty. And it's quite funny because I think when we won 3-0 last season in real life, Anil was the one that got sent off. And Gavinho, despite the fact he's a goal machine, isn't going to take this one. We're going to entrust it to Robin van Persie, absolute monster at penalties, and with his left foot, Hart goes the right way, but Van Persie's just going to put it straight behind him and smashes it in to give us a shock lead. Really, we're not really expecting to beat Man City, one of the, I don't want to say best teams, but FIFA terms, one of the best teams on FIFA. Then we do get another chance, and Joe Hart just steals the show from here on in. Great save there from Gavinho. Gets down low to beat Van Persie. Xabi Alonso, though, does start a Man City chance, which will becoming more and more rare, but Tevez puts it wide. And then Xabi Alonso, once again, he's a great player for them. Don't know why they signed him. But yep, he's a great player. He finds Dzeko, has a shot, and there's not much you can do about goals like that. There's some nice build-up, to be honest, from Manchester City. And James Milner heads it into an open net. Szczesny, hopefully when his stats improve, will get better. But it was 1-1 at the break, and Gareth Barry has a long shot, hits the bar, and Sarko almost charges it down into his own net. But the Joe Hart show continues as Van Persie is thwarted by a great Joe Hart save. Then Van Persie once again goes down this left-hand side. A lovely bit of skill, and then bang, Joe Hart just saves it with his knees there. And then Nasri, the massive twat, goes down the wing, plays it to Johnson, who's trying to prove why he should be in the Man City team, and he's not doing great. Then once again another save from Joe Hart, and the Joe Hart show concludes in a 1-1 draw. A great point for us against Manchester City. Brilliant against, I think they're like second in the league or something. And that after the 3 games, the first half of December, we are 17th. Not great. The teams below us aren't that great. But hopefully with a couple more wins, it was a good episode, and hopefully a couple more wins, we'll be back to the top half of the table. So cheers guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.